If you're thinking about selling your home in Algonquin right now, there's something important you need to understand before you put a price on your home. Because right now, buyers in Algonquin aren't actually comparing your home to other homes anymore. They're comparing your monthly payment to what builders are offering down the street. And in many cases, that's the reason some homes are selling quickly and others are sitting for 60, 70, even 100 days. The market in Algonquin hasn't crashed. Prices are still relatively strong, but what's changed is how buyers are making decisions. We're seeing longer days on market, fewer homes selling over asking, more hesitation from buyers. And that hesitation isn't because buyers don't want to move. They do. It's because they're doing something very different now. They're doing the math. The biggest shift right now in Algonquin is this. Buyers are no longer shopping for a house. They're shopping for a monthly payment. And that changes everything. Because now when a buyer looks at your home, they're not asking, do I like this house? They're asking, what will this cost me every month compared to my other options? This is where most sellers are getting tripped up in Algonquin. They're still thinking in terms of, what did my neighbor's house sell for? What's the price per square foot? What's my home worth? But buyers aren't thinking that way anymore, because right now, a buyer might look at a resale home that costs $450,000, and they're also looking at a brand new home that costs $500,000, and they still choose the new construction. Why? Because the builder is offering financing incentives that can lower the monthly payment significantly. So even though the price is higher, the payment feels lower. Let me give you a real-world pattern we're seeing in Algonquin right now. We'll take two very similar homes. Scenario one, a resale home listed around $475,000. Slightly dated, normal market interest rate, no incentives. And then, on the other side, we have a new construction home. Slightly higher price, but with a builder rate buy down, so a lower interest rate, and closing cost assistance. Now, from a seller's perspective, you might think, well, mine is cheaper. It should sell first. But from a buyer's perspective, the resale home might cost $600 more per month, and that's the decision maker. You're not competing against your neighbor anymore. You're competing against a builder who can make a more expensive home feel cheaper every month. Buyers in Algonquin right now are more cautious, more selective, more focused on the total cost. They're skipping homes that need updates, feel like a financial risk, don't offer a clear advantage, and they're moving quickly on homes that feel safe financially, move-in ready, worth the monthly payment. Out of curiosity, are you thinking about selling soon or just starting to explore? The biggest mistake sellers are making right now in Algonquin is this. They're trying to solve a payment problem with a price cut. Because a $10,000 price reduction only changes the monthly payment by maybe $50 or $60. But a buyer is often looking for $300 to $600 monthly difference. If you're thinking about selling in Algonquin right now, the strategy has to shift. You need to start thinking like this. How do I make my home financially competitive? That can mean offering concessions strategically, helping a buyer buy down their interest rate, positioning your home as turnkey, move-in ready, because buyers don't have extra cash after closing, and pricing with awareness of the competition, not just past sales, not just what your neighbor sold for 6 months ago, but what's available today. A simple way to think about this, selling your home right now is like selling a car when gas prices have doubled. You can have a great SUV, but if someone down the street is offering an electric vehicle with free charging, the monthly cost wins. And in real estate, that free charging is the interest rate. Right now in Algonquin, what matters most is the first 2 or 3 weeks on the market. The perceived affordability of your home, how easy it feels for a buyer to say yes, because buyers finally have options again. And when they have options, they choose the one that feels easiest financially. If you're thinking about selling and trying to make sense of how this applies to your home specifically, the best place to start is not with a price, it's with a plan. Because every home, every neighborhood, and every situation is a little different right now. And once you understand how your home fits into this current Algonquin market, then you can make the right decisions from the start.